for a rain day, eh? Just a tad wet. Hope I don't slip. Commuting in the rain. I don't think I need to talk about the, well, maybe I do. What's it like commuting in the rain? Well, if you're picking a motorbike for your main vehicle, you know, your commuter and everything else, you sign up to be in the rain. That's just my point of view, you know. You signed up for that. If you want to be a biker, you signed up for that. You need to ride in the rain. And funny enough, yeah, okay, it does suck and can be annoying, but some of my fondest memories have looked back at riding through some storms going, yo, how did I survive that? You know, and it tests your experience, you know, test your knowledge of the bike. We all love to say, oh yeah, I know my bike. Well, try it with worse rain than this, casting down on you, and just test out how well, because there's a few things you need to know. First thing is throttle response. If you just let it out on a dry road, all good. You throttle it, like you throttle it in a wet, especially on one of these white, on these you can kind of see them straight down here, all that glassy look, that's all slippery. I'm trying to avoid them on purpose. Those white lines, slippery. Okay, if you crank open your throttle too fast and there's not enough friction, you're gonna spit out. You know, so throttle response is very important. The next one is your brake powder. And I'm gonna laugh if I fuck this all up and crash. But in saying that though, I'm still learning this bike. Like I said, it can take a wee while. But see, you coming up here, but indicate, check, and here, see that? I found that. See, it's slippery. And usually, if it's only coming here, come out wide. What you're testing for is always go slower. Especially in the first, I always say in the first 5 minutes, just take it nice and easy. Work out what the road's doing, what your bike's doing, and then take off. But yeah, once you know, that's even when you know your bike. But when you don't know your bike, do 15-minute lap of high and low speeds. You get a good feel of your tires. That's the third thing. So the first thing is knowing your throttle response. Second thing I'd say is your braking powder in your front and back pegs. Because if you brake too hard in your front brake, you'll lose control in your front. If you brake too hard in your back, your whole back will spin out. If you brake together, you can lock it out and go sideways, like I did. And that's how I crashed in 2022 or something on my victory highball. Fucking sick bike. Loved that bike. It was actually sold to me by my sponsor when I was in the club, so I had some sentimental vibe. See, I'm not even turning yet, I'm just slowing down first, and then I'm slowly cracking it open. And the main reason is that I try to not ride it normally like my Road King, which I'll just go across it, different tires. And on this bike, I felt my whole back almost come out last time. So right now what I'm doing is I'm testing out how much lean annual in the wet can I actually get away with. Luckily it is a lightweight bike, so it's a bit more forgiving than a heavier one. Pros and cons. But yeah, it's the first one, throttle response, braking powder, and how to brake. You know, there's your back brake, your front brake, and them together. It's a 3 style of braking. A lot of cruiser riders, I'd say, or we're usually back heavy, as in we apply a lot more back brake. And some days, yeah, when I'm coming up to stop signs, I might touch on my front brake, but I hate to lock up my bike again. It's not fun. And yeah, those are 3 things I'd say to practice on when riding in the wet. So that's a mate heading to work too. But yeah, the other things I would say would be invest in good wet weather gear, not like this one, where I can already feel the water going into my shoe. Great. These ones here were bought from Torpedo 7, I think it was. They didn't have the exact ones I wanted, so I bought this one in. It does the job, keeps the water off, but over long periods, like I'd say more than 30 minutes, you get wet patches. You will take your pants off and it will look like you pissed yourself. Sadly, so I am looking at getting some new ones. And then other thing to be mindful of is obviously other people. It's wet, so even their visibility is even worse now. So just be mindful that, have they seen you? Because there's a high chance they probably haven't. So, kind of turned into a safety talk, didn't it? I mean, I've been riding for a long time in the rain, doing long trips. Am I the best at it? Hell no. Am I pretty good at it? Yeah, I'd say I am. I'd say I'm pretty confident in riding in wet weather. That's again comes down to mindset. I know what I signed up for when I wanted to be a biker. It was the wet. You have to be comfortable in the wet. It's you have to. It's a trade-off. Maybe that's what I should do. Do one of my videos on, the pros and cons of bike versus car. What are the trade-offs? To be honest with you, it's not even the worst. I'd say this is probably a level 3 out of 10, I'd say. Maybe a level 4. This is definitely not in the top 5. See, I'm just cruising up to it. I'm not coming in and slamming on my brakes. cross over. But yeah, it's kind of, well, it's a wet day in Palmerston North. Hope you guys all stay safe, or the ones that are commuting to work today. Hope you stay sunny side up. And enjoy it, because the farmers will be loving this rain. I know my gardeners. Anyway, I'm basically at work now. Time to get to some mahi. So yeah, catch you all on the flip side. Have a glorious day. I will definitely try to. Got some writing in, so I'm pretty happy. And it's 8:34. I am actually quite early for work. Huh. Oh, keep going. No. Time to get to work.